Good evening, folks. Deb Delapiani here, and this is your short take. Tonight, we finally get to talk about Hunter Biden. So, the big news today is that Hunter Biden reached a plea agreement with the Justice Department on 2 federal misdemeanor tax charges and illegal possession of a firearm. Apparently, he should not have had this firearm because he was addicted to a controlled substance. And we all know that Hunter Biden, yes, was addicted to crack cocaine. You know, I'm just going to say this. A lot of people have been addicted in their lifetimes. Okay. I have had several friends who became addicts in college. So it's not an uncommon thing. And before we get into the nuts and bolts of what I want to talk about, there's nothing wrong with Joe Biden and his wife remaining loyal and loving their son. That's what parents do. Okay, maybe that's not what Donald Trump does, but that's what actual real parents do, and show supportiveness. Okay, so let's talk. Hunter Biden did not pay his federal income taxes for 2017 and 2018, even though he owed over $100,000 both years. He has now since paid those. And he cooperated fully with the Justice Department. And I'd like to make the statement that the person prosecuting Hunter Biden and investigating Hunter Biden was someone appointed by Donald Trump. And Joe Biden chose to leave him in that position when he took over the presidency. And this particular prosecutor said that he has been operating freely without any interference whatsoever from anybody in the DOJ. And it was the GOP who kept nagging and saying they wanted a special prosecutor. And Weiss, the attorney, the prosecuting attorney in this case, the Trump-appointed prosecuting attorney in this case, said that he rejected that because he was doing just fine on his own. So he has been investigating Hunter Biden for some time. Hunter Biden has owned up. He has fessed up. He has worked with the government. He has repaid his taxes. And now the GOP is positively apoplectic out there tonight on social media about how there's a double standard of the legal system. Any notion whatsoever that what Hunter Biden did is equivalent to what Donald Trump did is patently absurd. Okay, half of these idiots in the GOP are lawyers. They have extensive experience in the legal system, and they know better, okay? And they work in government, and they know better when it comes to classified documents. You know, Hunter Biden cooperated with the DOJ in this investigation. He didn't stall it. He didn't hide it. He didn't hide his tax documents. He didn't try to erase his hard drive. Had Donald Trump given back those documents, this probably wouldn't have gone this far, but that's not what Donald Trump did. Any equivalency is in the tiny little minds of the GOP. Most assuredly, Jim Jordan, Kevin McCarthy, James Comer, and the rest of the nitwits. Only in their brains could this be an equivalent situation. We have a man who took documents he had no business taking, claiming that he declassified them, but then later on was caught on tape saying he knows he didn't declassify them. He showed them to people who didn't have the appropriate clearance. Some of those documents should not have been viewed outside of their secured location, yet he showed Kid Rock. Okay? He hid them in various rooms to try to dupe the people who were looking for those documents. And at one point, they tipped over in a bathroom and were all over the floor for anyone to see. Now, I'm sorry, folks, but The Hunter Biden situation is not anywhere near what Donald Trump did. And the Hunter Biden situation on his tax status is nothing like even Donald Trump's corruption trial, the one that his family was found guilty of by Letitia James. So let's stop this, okay? The problem you have here is the Republican Party is wildly unpopular. You know, taking away a woman's right to choose after 50 years of Roe v. Wade, telling parents that they cannot give their child transgender care, even though that technically, in my mind, is a decision not to be made by the government, but to be made by the parent, the child, and their doctor. Now even stopping adults from getting transgender care. Giving tax cuts to billionaires after creating a fake crisis over the debt ceiling. After we gave tax cuts to billionaires under Trump that created that debt ceiling, that added to the deficit. All of this is wildly unpopular. You know, stating that they will cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid if they are elected. Chris Christie today on television said that he will cut Social Security if he is elected president. Asa Hutchinson, who everybody swoons over because he's not Donald Trump, said he will sign on to a national abortion ban. They are litmus testing their candidates in various positions around the country to see if they will sign on to a national abortion ban. They have stacked the Supreme Court and the justice system to turn it more to the right. They use billionaire dollars to do that. All of these things are wildly unpopular. And that is why they have nothing to do but to try to smear Joe Biden and his family. They crack me up calling the Biden family a criminal family. Joe Biden has operated for years in this system. He has, released his taxes every year without fail. He has absolutely no need to lie about anything. For a period of time, he was a private citizen and made a ton of money on books and speaking tours. You know, there's nothing to find. The big whistleblower, now, according to Rudy Giuliani, he's dead. And all those tapes that, Chuck Grassley insisted were out there to prove that Joe Biden took a $5 million bribe. Now he's saying that, well, we can't find the tapes. There may not be any tapes. There are no tapes. There is no whistleblower. This is a smear job. It's a smear job because they know they got nothing else to run on. They have zero to run on. They offer the American people absolutely nothing. But they're still trying to push a tax cut to the wealthiest 1% in this country, even after all of that nonsense with the debt ceiling. I don't know about you folks, but this is a big fat fucking nothing burger in the land of McDonald. The GOP doesn't do a thing for the American people. They don't even know how to legislate. What they spend most of their time doing is bad-mouthing everybody on social media because that's all they've really got. Jim Jordan's oversight committees have produced absolutely nothing. They are spending your taxpayer dollars on absolutely nothing. This investigation into Joe Biden is getting old. Let him keep going because there's nothing there. And certainly what Hunter Biden did does not involve his father. They're his taxes. He's a grown man in his 40s now. I will talk to you all later.